Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Dave Renninger. I'm the application specialist for the engineering segment here at Tekla Inc. This video is the second in our series showcasing Tekla structures for the engineering market. The first video in our series was showcasing the steel framing, which you can see is already included here in this model. In this video, we're going to showcase some of the concrete tools that we have, just by showing some examples of some concrete foundations as well as a concrete slab at the floor elevation here. All right, so I've already opened up my Planet Elevation Zero here just to make it easier again for me to model in the parts I'm looking for, just another view inside the model. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start here by just modeling in some concrete piers and pad footings along column lines 1 and 2. So to model in the concrete piers, we're actually going to come up here and use our concrete column tool. Again, if I double click on this icon, I can open up the properties. You see here in our drop down list, we already have a cast in place pier attribute that's included with the U.S. Imperial environment. Now I can come over here and just on my position tab and I can set up here what my top and bottom elevations of my pier are going to be. Apply my properties here. Now I can even save this for later use, maybe save this as a P1. Apply these properties here. And I can just click a location in the model. And as you can see here in my 3D view, it's going to put these piers here at the correct elevation. All right. So now that I have these in at my grid intersections, now I'm going to come through and I'm going to model in some pad footings. So again, just like it was with the piers, we're going to double click on that icon to open up the properties. So again, we can come through here, we can change the name and the profile of these pad footings as needed. And then again, we'll come over here to the position tab. And again, we're just going to adjust the thickness here of these pad footings by the top and bottom elevations. Okay. So in this one now, I'm actually going to rotate this Planet Elevation 0. As you can see, all views in Tekla are 3D views. So what's nice about these tools here with the pad footings and basically our column commands as well is it doesn't matter here if I pick the bottom of the pier, if I pick the top of the pier, or again the grid intersection, the properties of this footing are going to dictate the actual top and bottom elevation of it as well. All right, so now that I have with all my parts in here, now maybe let's come through now and let's actually connect these with some strip footings. All right, so again up here on our concrete toolbar, again if we double click on this will allow us to come through. We can set up a different size for the strip footing again if we need. Now this one we do have to be careful where we pick because it's almost like modeling a beam with the steel tools. But again, easy enough there. I'm just going to pick the tops of my pad footings and there you can see we have all of our concrete framing. All right, so now I'm just going to draw a nice window around, select all my concrete items, right click, and select copy and just copy this from column line 1 to 2. There we have all of our concrete framing copied over. All right, now let's come through here. Let's connect those column lines now with some strip footings. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a copy special, which is called a copy linear command. What this is going to allow me to do now is pick 2 points here in the model. You notice how Tekla is going to automatically fill in that distance on my y-axis. And I can come in here and set my number of copies to be 3. Now it's going to come through and copy those down to the rest of the building. So if I come in here, toggle this back to plan view, now you can get a better idea here what the foundation looks like. All right. So now over here on column lines 3 and 4, what we're going to use over here is more of a pile and pile cap type foundation. So again, we could come through here. We could use these manual modeling commands to do this as well. But what's nice is we actually have some tools pre-included in the environment here. So I'm just going to open up my component catalog. As you can see here, we have a section called Pile Foundations, which already has these grouped together for you. So again, just different pile cap configurations depending on what you're looking for. In this example here, I'm just going to use a PC3. And if I double click on this icon, you'll see here, this is where we can come through and we can set up the basic overall dimensions here of the pile cap, what our pile diameter is. On the side view tab then as well, we have some options here to set our actual elevations and in-bed lengths as well. All right, so once we get our properties applied the way we want, just come through here in the model now, and I'm just simply going to click at the bottom of these column locations and model in our piles through here as well. All right. Now I'm going to come through is modeling just a nice concrete slab in here as well. So I'm just close out on that component catalog. All right. So again, up here on the concrete toolbar, we have the concrete slab. So again, if I double click on this, just like everything else, where I can come through and change all my properties about this as well, my thickness, the name I'm going to call it, my material grade as well. And then the position tab here is basically where is the slab at in relation to this view. So is elevation 0, is that my top slab elevation or is that my bottom of slab? Again, I can use this same model view, but get the slab in different locations as well. All right. So now I'm just going to come through and just pick some grid intersections here real quick. Just come through and model this in and close this off. Okay, so what's nice is I don't have to get super accurate with this slab initially because we have a nice tool down here that's called direct modification. What this is going to allow me to do now is actually pick on all of the edges here of this concrete slab, and I'm just going to click and drag to adjust the overhang of this slab. Okay, so as you see here, now that I have all the sides selected, I can simply just click and drag out to a foot, and now all sides of the slab have extended out 1 foot beyond that column center lines as well. Okay, so here, thanks for watching. Just showcase some of the basic concrete tools. The next video in our series is going to be showcasing how we can use reference models in conjunction with our Tekla structures models. So thanks again for watching.